Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Crypto Insider channel. I am the Crypto Insider, back with another cryptocurrency video for you, recording from the wild and wonderful city of Austin, Texas. We're going to look at a few stories today and price action as always. And let's see, what else are we going to do? First, I'm going to tell you that we don't sell anything at the channel. There's no products to buy. There's no Patreons. But we do donate to charity for each new subscriber to the channel. And on the screen before you, you should see that we've donated 25 XRP to @GoodXRP, and they broke it down and sent it off to all those Twitter handles. All good charities. All good missions. They help us get subscribers. We help them get their mission accomplished. I think yesterday we had something like 50 some subscribers. So 25 XRP to @GoodXRP for those new subscribers to the channel. We are... I should also, standard disclaimer applies. If for every video you watch on YouTube, I am not a certified financial planner, registered investment advisor, tax broker, accountant, shaman, spaceman, none of that. I am just somebody on the internet who happens to work in the fintech space making cryptocurrency videos. So that means if you're actually going to invest your hard-earned money, you should do your own research and consult your own financial people. All right, let us look at Live CoinWatch. Things had turned green this morning. I don't know where they're at right now. Let's refresh. Okay. So XRP up 1% from yesterday. Bitcoin dominant still holding at about where it was, 64%-ish. There were some pretty big winners yesterday. I keep hearing about Kyber. I think it was listed to Coinbase, and that's what's causing its sort of meteoric rise. I'm skeptical until the price action cools off. I don't like it when the only thing something has it going for it is that it was listed on Coinbase. And I'm not saying that's all Kyber has going for it. I'm saying that's probably all that's really affecting its recent price increase. Bitcoin SV up 6%, EOS 3.25%. Just looking at some of the big winners, Chainlink, as always, seems to be propping, itself up very nicely during this last dip. So 6.5% for Chainlink. Tezos is up 2% from yesterday. Tezos is one of those positions we have. And I looked at HBAR and I noticed that it moved up in the market cap. I think it was 44, so it's moved up 2 slots in the market cap, up 7.45% yesterday, but it probably goes back and forth depending on the activity of these other coins. If you look, the market cap is so close to each other, 124, 126, 128, 138. So any little price action could push it up or push it down, a position or two. But 7% gain, still nice. We will definitely take it for our HBAR position. I guess we have no choice, but Bitcoin Cash up 4% and up 0.06% on the hour. Some of these are sort of vacillating between green and red on the hour. I don't know what is moving the market right at this particular time. I expect that Ripple or XRP saw some boost because a lot of the released XRP from escrow has apparently gone back into escrow. We'll cover that in a moment. It's one of our stories for today. Up 2% on the 24-hour. We had some overboughts. Much better than what we've seen over the past few days in our technical indicators anyway. So we'll keep our eye on that throughout the day and hope that the good momentum continues. We've got a few, red blips here in the past 5 minutes, it looks like. Let's just refresh it again. Now those have all turned green too. So possibly some reversals going on of all this red that we've been seeing, and we look forward to that here at the channel. Again, we'll keep our eye on it. This stuff can change very quickly, especially these down here, just depending on which way the wind blows. First article today is from bitcoinist.com, and the rundown. Most of this month's escrow funds are returned. Ripple relies on XRP sales for profitability. Ripple continues to follow its policy of holding back most XRP tokens from its escrow account. This time, 90% of tokens were returned to the locked address. In the latest monthly escrow operation, Ripple Incorporated returned 90% of the entire amount of 1 billion XRP. Only 100,000 XRP remain. Wait. Well, it doesn't surprise me, but it looks like this article is wrong. 90% of the entire amount of 1 billion. 90% of 1 billion is 900 million. And only 100,000 XRP remain. So this doesn't make sense, these two sentences. I'm going to assume that they just wrote this 100,000 wrong and they meant 100 million remain at large, which would have a market value of 25 billion or $25 million. 100 million would be $25 million, about 22 million. I don't know. Back into the escrow wallet in 3 large transactions. The largest transaction was noted to return 500 million XRP. Yeah, they did it again. They keep writing 500,000 when they mean 500 million. So that's confusing me. The operations match a recent statement by Ripple about its intentions to hold on to most of the XRP locked in escrow. This has the effect of calming the market and possibly establishing a higher XRP price. So I thought maybe the fact that they put some of this escrow release back, as we knew they probably would. They've been doing pretty consistently every month, may have been the catalyst for some of this green action down here. XRP traded at 23, down 14% due to the dramatic correction last week, but in 2020, XRP has markedly higher volumes, constantly above 2 billion per day. XRP. At those prices, it's still seen as a risky bet and a wild card for potential appreciation to much higher price levels. And I don't know. I haven't really gone into the volume and looked at the volume. I don't think we've actually been under 1 billion since some time in January. The selling of XRP has been a contentious issue in setting the market price for the asset. The coins awarded to former CTO McCaleb are also a potential factor that floods the market with coins. Earlier airdrops as well as early adoption also weighed down the price. And then it goes on to say Ripple relies on XRP sales for profitability. I don't know about that. It's one source of their revenue, certainly, and they go on to say that down here, but Ripple was also funded with angel investors, and it does sell software. So, it's funded through all those things, as well as the sale of XRP, if it needs it, and it usually doesn't. Sorry, coffee, but a lot of that escrow normally goes back into escrow, a lot of that unlocked XRP, and that's what we're seeing. And it's kind of predictable almost at this point. What did I want to say about it? Oh, yeah, so people spin their wheels, and every month when this escrow gets unlocked, you see all this you know, Twitter lights up and everybody's, down on Ripple, even though they know it's coming. It's been scheduled. These are programmatic things. It's not like somebody at Ripple just decides they're going to release some escrow one day and randomly makes the decision. All this stuff is scheduled. It's programmatic. They release it. They'll either sell it on the exchanges, which will depress the price, or they'll send most of it back into escrow, and that's what they did this month. So it's really not even a story, but we've actually got a lot of mileage out of it. We got two stories. We got one yesterday with them unlocking the funds, and two, the second story today with them returning the funds. So I don't know if people report on this just to get word count or just to make articles, but it's really not an issue. Like, I don't know why they would bother writing an article unless they release the escrow and they put it on the exchanges. To me, that would be more newsworthy than this sort of oh, they unlocked it, they relocked it, big deal. But I wanted to cover it just to tell anybody listening that it's not that big of a deal. And, we see the prices are up a little bit. This next one comes from BitcoinWarrior.net, and I'm not sure who runs this, but I'm guessing it's a Bitcoin maxi. But anyways, it's just a short article on the top performing cryptocurrencies in February. They include Ethereum, Chainlink, and Kyber Network, KNC. Top one is actually Kyber. It's growing over 157% during February. Starting the month at 28 cents, it breached the 50-cent mark on 15. In the past 2 weeks, it's gained over 60% as the market turned red, which further strengthens its claim of Coin of the Month in February 2020. Chainlink. Starting in our January issue, Link is back again in the February top cryptocurrencies, having gained 44% across the period. Despite losing over 3% in the past 24 hours, Link remains one of the best performing coins during the month. The decentralized Oracle blockchain started the month at 283. It's boosted past $3 and $4, setting an all-time high at 489 USD. Ethereum has done well. We recently picked up some positions in Ethereum. The smart contract platform holds 24.4 billion in market cap, with the Prague POW debate raising to boiling point. It'll be fascinating to follow the price of the token as the community prepares for Ethereum 2.0. And I think in 2.0, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, there's going to be staking for Ethereum, kind of like there is for Tezos. So you will be able to gain little bits of Ethereum by holding it on an exchange, sort of like an interest on a traditional compounding interest account. But instead of gaining dollars, you'll gain Ethereum. The fourth best performer over the month of February has to be Ethereum competitor NEM, which has gained 20% in the past month. XEM started off the month at 0.04 cents, boosting to a yearly high of 0.07 before facing a retrace. And then it talks about other coins. HBAR, which has witnessed a 161% increase in February. Other top performers, and then it goes with CHZ. A lot of these coins I don't know. Lisk and Siacoin. Yeah, I think Tezos didn't make their article, but it had a 60-some% increase. So my point in covering this is that if cryptocurrency is something that you like to invest in, if you had diversified and put money into any of these coins, HBAR, Ethereum, Chainlink, certainly, over the past month, if you diversified and you weren't all in on one, on XRP, you would have seen that you had hedged your position a little bit, and probably had some returns and not been totally reliant on the performance of XRP. We know that XRP is probably not going to be an overnight thing, meaning you're not going to wake up tomorrow and Lambo. You may Lambo eventually, but it's not going to be tomorrow. So, in my opinion, it makes sense to diversify a little bit and try to hedge some of the volatile action of XRP while you grow your cryptocurrency portfolio. That's just my opinion. There are people that are all in and that's all they have is XRP, and that's fine. But it seems to me like all your eggs in one basket probably isn't a great thing. Now, I mean, if that basket eventually moons, then yeah, it's worth it. But if it doesn't, you've missed out on a lot of potential gains because that's all you had. This is common sense stuff. This is investing 101. I'm not revealing any groundbreaking insights here, but I guess it bears repeating because I hate to see anybody miss out if they don't have to. Anyway, there's my music. I'm going to hop off here, put up some videos for you. Remember, like and subscribe, and we will give a little bit of XRP to charity on your behalf. Thanks for watching.